Hello everyone, welcome back to High Stakes. My name is Brian. I'd like to start this video by asking for your support in 2 simple steps. First, please subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to push the bell icon so you don't miss any of our daily betting videos. Second, give this video a like, it really helps the algorithm boost our visibility. Now before we dive in, for those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, if our guidance has helped you win bets and generate revenue, we kindly ask for your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance is crucial in strengthening our presence on YouTube. Feel free to explore our Patreon support tier or check out our other options. Thank you. Kansas City Royals vs Colorado Rockies. The Royals are one of the best surprises of the first half of the season. Will they hold on and clinch a playoff berth after the All-Star break? Colorado is a far cry from a playoff contender, but there's still a lot of baseball left to be played. Can it make a push in the second half of the season? Singer has held 13 of 17 opponents to 2 or fewer earned runs, holding 11 to 1 or 0 runs. He held the Rockies to 0 runs in his lone appearance against them last year, and comes into this start with momentum as he held his last 3 opponents to 3 total runs. Colorado has a high strikeout rate against right-handers, 27.9% as well. Feltner had an 8.40 ERA in 4 home starts last year, and has continued to struggle at Coors in 2024. Opponents are hitting .325 against him in his home outings. The Royals will jump on his mistakes, forcing him from the game early. Once he exits, expect Kansas City to continue to rake against the Rockies' bullpen last in ERA and WHIP. Bet on the visitors to cover the 1.5- run line on Sunday in Denver. My total pick is, over the total, Baltimore Orioles vs Oakland Athletics. On Sunday afternoon, the Baltimore Orioles and Oakland Athletics meet in the finale of a 3-game series at the Oakland Coliseum. The Orioles will start Grayson Rodriguez 3.72 ERA, while the Athletics counter with Mitch Spence 4.35. Grayson Rodriguez will take the hill in the finale of this series with the Athletics. Rodriguez was dominant in last Tuesday night's victory over the Mariners, tallying 8 strikeouts over 6 and 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Oakland will start 26-year-old Mitch Spence on Sunday afternoon against the Orioles. Last week, he allowed 1 run on 6 hits and a walk while striking out 5 over 5.1 innings to earn the win over the Angels. Spence was tagged for 6 runs over 5.1 innings in his last start, also against the Angels. He bounced back this time, limiting the damage on his line to a Nolan Schanuel sacrifice fly in the 5th inning. The American League East leading Orioles have struggled against the last-place team in the AL West, with Oakland having won 2 of 3 in Baltimore in April. The Orioles would have to sweep this 3-game set to win the season series. Grayson Rodriguez will take the hill in the finale of this series. Rodriguez was excellent in last Tuesday night's victory over the Mariners, notching 8 strikeouts over 6 and 1/3 innings of scoreless baseball. Rodriguez will carry a 3.45 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, and a 97/29 BB ratio 88 and 2/3 innings into this matchup against an anemic Athletics offense. He has a good chance to duplicate the results from last week facing an Athletics team 27th in OPS. Take the Orioles minus 1.5 runs. According to Yahoo.com, Spence generated 9 swings and misses on 94 pitches on the night, 4 each on his cutter and slider, while posting an underwhelming CSW of 21%. Spence is still looking for balance as a starter, but he has been able to complete at least 5 frames in each of his last 7 outings. That bodes well for his chances of staying in the rotation. He's at a 4.15 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, and 61/17 BB over 73.2 innings through 20 appearances, 9 starts overall. Now 103 on the season, Rodriguez will carry a 3.45 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, and a 97/29 KB ratio 88 and 2/3 innings into this matchup against an anemic Athletics offense. He has a good chance to duplicate the results from last week. Baltimore took hold of first place in the American League East. Entering the 2nd game of this series, they hold a 2-game lead over the New York Yankees. After a mini slump toward the middle of June, the Orioles are back to playing elite baseball. Heading into the 2nd game of this series, they have won 7 of 9 and 6 of 8 acing American League West teams. Baltimore leads the majors in slugging percentage, swatting 142 homers already on the season. Mitch Spence is at a 4.15 ERA, 1.25 WHIP, and 61/17 BB over 73.2 innings. I expect him to struggle against an elite Baltimore lineup. Over their last 10 games against the Athletics, the Orioles are averaging 7 runs per game and over 10 hits. So take over the total. Arizona Diamondbacks vs San Diego Padres. the San Diego Padres will continue their home series against the Arizona Diamondbacks on Sunday. Despite scoring 8 runs, the Diamondbacks were unable to get the win in Game 1. Arizona finished with 12 hits on the night, with 3 players logging multiple hits at the plate. There were 3 homers hit by Arizona, with Alek Thomas launching a grand slam. Slade Cecconi got the start, and over 4.2 innings he allowed 5 runs on 8 hits while striking out 2. San Diego kept the bats rolling as they tallied 10 runs on 14 hits in Game 1. The Padres were led by Manny Machado as he went 4-5 at the plate and added a home run. In all, 4 players logged multiple hits for the Padres. After heading into the bottom of the 9th down, San Diego put together a 3-run innings to get the win. Randy Vasquez got the start, and over 6.1 innings he allowed 2 runs on 6 hits while striking out 6. Cease has tossed well against the Diamondbacks in the past, and he recorded 8 strikeouts the last time he faced Arizona. Nelson has been more erratic both in afternoon games and when on the road. The Padres have been able to drive runners home at a high rate this season, and their league-leading strikeout rate, coupled with their daytime batting average, should provide a strong tailwind for them here. Take San Diego money line. San Diego comes into this contest averaging 4.68 runs per game, which lands them at 11th in the league. They have seen the ball about as good as any team in baseball, sitting second in collective batting average at .263. That said, San Diego has tended to hit the ball worse at home this season, but home runs have been much more common. Afternoon games have featured the Padres hitting closer to their season benchmark. The Padres finished the month of June with their batting average above their season benchmark and launched 42 homers over 28 games. They've come down to watch over the early goings of July. The Padres have a bit of a disparity at the plate. They lead the league in strikeouts per game, but are sitting bottom 10 when it comes to walks received. However, they capitalized well on their trips inside the batter's box, and the Padres currently sit top 10 in terms of driving runners home. Arizona enters this contest averaging 4.86 runs per game, which lands them at 17th in the league. The Diamondbacks have seen the ball well this season, as they sit 6th in the league in overall batting average. That average has slipped a shade on the road, but more than half of Arizona's home runs have come away from home this season. They have hit a little better in afternoon games, and extra base hits have been more common. The bats stayed hot throughout June, and Arizona logged their highest monthly batting average and home run count. They have remained disciplined at the plate, sitting top 10 in both walks received and strikeouts per game. This hasn't always allowed them to drive runs home, though. After climbing into the top 10 in extra base hit rate, the Diamondbacks will look to lean on their strong June hitting. While both of these teams hit well throughout June, they have come back down to earth a bit lately. Both pitchers also know the opposing squads well and have each had strong outings in the past in this matchup. Arizona has struggled to hit the ball on the road this season, and the inability to stay patient at the plate has held the Padres back at times this season. Expect both offenses to get out to a slow start here. Take the under 8.5 runs.